Hello and welcome to your favorite show, Tourismus, where we talk everything travel, from what's happening in the industry, destinations that you must visit, and so much more. I'm Abigail Munalula, I'm your host, and let's get into it. Rhino horn trade. Namibia says that by legalizing the trade in rhino horns, demands for live rhinos inside the country would probably grow. This could even bring in more value than the illegal market, encouraging more private ownership of white rhinos and helping to expand their habitats across the country. This is part of Namibia's proposal to the 20th meeting of the Conference of the Parties to the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, or CITES, which will be held in Samarkand, Uzbekistan from 24th November to 25 December. Namibia wants to change the listing of its southern white rhino population in CITES Appendix Number 2. The change would allow international trade for three specific purposes: live rhinos for conservation in their natural habitats, hunting trophies, rhino horn stocks that belong to the government or private landowners in Namibia. This would not include seized rhino horns or any horns with an unknown origin. The proposal points out that poaching is still a big threat to Namibia's white rhino population, driven by the high price of rhino horn. Around 77% of these rhinos live on privately owned farms and freehold land. I personally think that this is a good start. I love the fact that they're being innovative about making a change. Imagine as a farmer, having rhinos on your farm, and you're paying so much for having to keep them safe from poachers and so much more. So I think that a lot of the farmers will benefit from this. And moving on, we have O&L. Focusing on job creation in the tourism industry, O&L Leisure has finalized the purchase of two top Namibian tourism destinations, Le Mirage in the Sossusvlei area and Divava Okavango Lodge and Spa along the beautiful Okavango River. As part of the handover, all eligible employees were offered positions to continue working at the lodges. O&L Leisure says this acquisition is an important milestone for Namibia's tourism sector, which plays a key role in creating jobs, especially in rural areas. The company notes that tourism currently provides Tourism currently provides 57,571 jobs, making up to 7.9% of total employment in Namibia. In addition, the industry supports the livelihoods of more than 100,000 Namibians, many of them from rural communities. I think that they're moving in a very good direction. Any type of effort to alleviate unemployment in Namibia is definitely a win. Moving on to veld fires. So far this year, Namibia has seen around 459,788 hectares of land destroyed by veld fires, with the hardest hit areas being Irongo, Kavango East, Kunene, Oshana, Omusati, and Zambezi region. According to Environment and Forestry Ministry spokesperson Deshipanda Hamunyela, the high rainfall earlier this year created dense vegetation, which now acts as a fuel for large-scale fires. Most of these fires are caused by human activities such as welding near dry grass, charcoal production, careless disposal of cigarette butts, and other negligent actions. While no areas have been declared disaster zones, the ministry has called for more resources to improve fire preparedness. Reported losses include grazing land and fencing. So far, there have been no reports of deaths, injuries, or losses of livestock and wildlife. However, the Namibian Agricultural Union says recent wildfires have not only destroyed grazing and damaged farmland in several regions, but farmers have also suffered livestock losses. And moving on to destinations.
Namibia offers a serene refuge for tourists looking for quiet, a vibrant cultural heritage, and a strong commitment to peace. Time stands still in this enchanting land, where the rhythms of nature and the warmth of the African sun conspire to slow down the pace of life. Space. The vast expanse of the desert. The Namib Desert is a haven for astronomers, with some of the gloomiest skies on the planet. Watch the sunset over towering dunes, and then gaze up at the star-filled night sky, feeling vastness of the universe unfold before you. Peace. Serenity in a world gone mad. From the gentle rustle of the desert grasses to the soothing sounds of the Atlantic Ocean, every moment in this country is an opportunity to unwind and reconnect with nature. Take a leisurely drive through the rolling hills of the Khomas Hoogland, or stroll drive along the peaceful shores of Etosha Pan National Park and let your worries melt away. Time. A journey through ancient landscapes. Namibia's rich history and diverse cultures are waiting to be discovered. Visit ancient rock art sites where centuries-old paintings tell stories of long-forgotten civilizations. Practical information. Best time to visit. Namibia is an all-year destination, but from May to October, peak sessions for game, landscape viewing, and many other activities. November to March, for mostly surfing and swimming. Accommodation, ranging from luxury lodges to budget-friendly guest houses and camping sites. Safety, safer than most African countries, but familiarize yourself with the Namibia Tourism Board safety brochure at the website www.visitnamibia.com. So why wait? Book your trip to Namibia today. www.visitnamibia.com NA.
Looking at the fish eagle's nest, it's perched along the scenic banks of the Zambezi River in Katima, Mulilo. Fish Eagle's Nest offers visitors a peaceful retreat in the heart of Namibia's lush Zambezi region. Martha Simenda, manager at Fish Eagle Nest Guesthouse, shares insights into the range of services offered, from comfortable accommodation to personalized hospitality. Let's check it out.
My name is Martha Smenda. I work for Fish Eagles Nest as a manager. We have 14 rooms in total, of which 7 are twin rooms and 7 are double rooms, which are having double beds. Twin room meaning 2 single beds in each room, and a double means it's only one double bed, but usually it can take a couple or it can take a single person. We are situated in Boma, in Katima, Mulilo, on the B8 Ngoma Road, just across Protea. Protea is on the left-hand side. We are on the right-hand side. Our rates are 700 for a single. That's one person sleeping with breakfast, and 650 without breakfast. Our doubles, that is twin or either a couple in one room, is 1,050 with breakfast and 950 without breakfast. We do dinners as well on a set menu. 850, between 150 and 220. We have our peak seasons, for example, between March and October, somewhere there, and from October to Feb, for the following year is usually quiet. So that's mainly our peak season. Okay, what distinguishes us from other guest houses is a quiet place, more private for people who'd like to have their own privacies. And we are guest friendly. All our staff are very friendly with our customers. Okay, we have a mini bar as well where you can get your refreshment. We select a variety of beers and soft drinks. We have a pool table in the bar area. We have a few lapas. We have two lapas where you can sit, relax, maybe do a little bit of a conference kind of. If you've got a mini conference with friends and family members, we have two braai areas where you can braai outside. We sell firewood at $25 per bag. We also do sell ice cubes at $12 per bag. And we have two dogs, a male and a female, very friendly. And we have quite a few cats. So if you see a cat passing by, it won't attack. Or if you see the big dogs coming to you, they will not attack you. Usually they come and sniff, just to greet. Basically, they are tamed and they've lived with people for quite some time. They grew up here, so they know our guests are like our family, so they won't do anything with you. Okay, the female one is Jua and the male one is Jungle. We also have got a few chickens on the back side. For those who will be staying between room 1 and room 2, we have chickens that will wake up around.
And we move on to Dalarize Guesthouse. Dalarize Guesthouse, situated in Windhoek, offers travelers a comfortable and welcoming stay in a serene setting. The property combines modern amenities with a homely atmosphere featuring well-appointed rooms, secure parking, and friendly service. Ideal for both short-term and extended visits, the guest house provides easy access to local attractions, making it a convenient choice for business travelers and tourists alike.
Welcome to Dalarize Guesthouse, a serene retreat nestled in the heart of Windhoek's Pioneers Park, where comfort, affordability, and Namibian hospitality meet. At Dalarize, every detail is crafted for your relaxation. Choose from air-conditioned rooms, single, double, or twin, each equipped with ensuite bathrooms, DSTV entertainment, a kettle, tea station, fridge, and toiletries for your convenience. Whether you're unwinding with a drink at the bar, savoring a meal at the restaurant, or dipping into the outdoor swimming pool, or browse free Wi-Fi, there's a peaceful moment at every turn. Your comfort doesn't stop at the door. With 24-hour reception, room service, and daily housekeeping, Dalarize ensures peace of mind throughout your stay. Credit and debit payments are accepted for added convenience. Need to catch a flight? Airport shuttles are available to get you where you need to be with ease. Perfectly positioned, Dalarize puts you minutes away from Windhoek's cultural landmarks like the Altefeste Museum and the National Botanical Gardens and so much more, all within a short drive or stroll. Whether you're traveling for business or leisure, Dalarize Guesthouse invites you to experience comfort, service, and tranquility in the heart of Windhoek. Discover your home away from home at Dalarize.
Oh my, I feel like I need a vacation after seeing all those lovely spots. Definitely adding them to my bucket list, as Glenn and I like to say. But now up next, we are going to the point. Looking at Tsodillo Hills, the Tsodillo Hills in Botswana are one of Southern Africa's most treasured cultural and spiritual landmarks. What makes Tsodillo truly remarkable is its extraordinary collection of rock paintings, More than 4,500 individual artworks have been recognized on over 400 rock surfaces. Tsodillo Hills guide James Sekora shares more.
4 hills, and the first one is the male, the female, the child, and the grandchild. So most of the activity that are done on the female and male. Even though there's rock paint in the child and grandchild, there's no trails there. In Tsodillo, we almost have 4,500 rock painting in 400 sites. Most of this rock painting is like we have the women figures, also we have geometric shapes, and most of them are wild animals. And in Tsodillo, we have almost different rock painting. We have the red painting, which we believe was drawn by the son called Kung. And these people, they were drawing that rock paint, use a reddish rock called hematite, together with ochre, mixed with animal fats, plant sand, to paint this rock painting. And of course, actually, we also have another rock painting. We have another rock painting, the white rock painting, which was painted by the Bantu speaker. We said it's Bantu speaker because most of this rock painting are domestic animal. But in this trail, we see we only have one panel. Most of them they are different drawing of wildlife. So when we do the walk, there are several rules that you should obey, that you are not allowed to take anything, even shiny rock that will come across. Just lift it and return where you've taken to. And also for the rock paint, you are not allowed to touch up the rock painting. You're only allowed to take photos. Even if you want to take a photo myself, just feel free. And enjoy, because some other parts is too steep. So enjoy when doing this rock painting or when you view the rock painting. Cool. Here it's like we have this type of rock, which is granite, and there is quartz between. So the formation of this rock, the archaeology call it, this rock was formed through volcanic eruption. Because when you go from the other side, you can see also some of the rock which are actually made by volcanic eruption. Even though it's quite tricky to see that this is a volcanic or earth, the movement of the earth. And also there is that color come from the rock, that pink color, which are normally made by the rains when there are rain. When the rain rains, then the minerals that are found on the rocks, that they make that different color. And actually, this area at all is called Tsodillo. Tsodillo is on San language, simply means damp earth. 100,000 years ago, the people also, they believed that there was a lake on this mountain. As you see from this area, there is, when you go further, you see that there is a deep sand next to the rock. So that deep sand made by the water. So people also were fishing on that lake. Because when you go from the other side, you see that there's some other sites which they dig, then they find artifacts that they use to catch fish. And even when you are driving from the other side there, you see that you are going inside. That's why I now believe that there was a lake on this mountain. Yeah. We have this red painting, which we believe was drawn by the son called Kung. If you look straight from them, it's like most of these animals are wild animals. So these people also, they draw this wild animal that they normally see. And actually, these people, they were doing or making this as a message because they didn't know how to write message. They were using indigenous knowledge to make rock painting. And there is another more important thing, which is this circle. We call this circle as a geometric circle, which was probably made by shaman or traditional doctor, when they're on trains, see those on their mind. So this circle is normally used most of the area, even in the museum and even our trust. This is there are many log, as you see it from my t-shirt here also. So that's why now we believe that this mostly, like these people when doing this rock painting, some of the animal, they use it as a rituals. That's why they make painting on them. So that is like asking from God. That is another main reason for doing this rock painting. As I mentioned that this rock paint was painted using a red paint called hematite, ochre, mixed with animal fats, blood, and plant sap. So the age of this is over 3,000 years old. So all of the rock paint that we come across here, you see that it's over 3,000 years old. But there is the one which is later than this one, which is white rock painting. And you see that most of those people, they draw on top of this red painting. Means that is the second one. But the age is range between 750 and 1,000 years ago. Paint from the other side there. There is more rock paint here, and this one is quite clear because it's like these people also, when they go in the bush, it's what they have found. There is giraffe, eland, then there's hyena on the left side on the top. There's more from the other side here, and there's that giraffe. There is a paint of a giraffe which not looks like the others. It seems like was being killed by the lions. There's 2 lions from this side on the crag. There's that rock paint from this side. This is the lions, which was attacked the giraffe but killed the giraffe. After that, some of them, they ran and looked back to see what was going on. And also from there, from the other side on the right side, there is oryx, which now running from the lions. And on top there is something looking, the monkey just looking what is going on. And even though, as you asked there, because there is like high a little bit, we still believe that this rock was somewhere there because of the condition of the soil erosion which takes place. That's why you see that there's a distance from that side. And even when you look from there, there's a different colors. Here, the color that we have there is like this rock, while the other color is pink color. Most of our rock paint here, they are not on the cave. There are a few ones that are on the caves, but most of them, they are outside the caves. But there is something on top, like a hanging rock, which support them during rain season. Even when the rain rains, there are rain drops reach there, but not 100%, just few raindrops reach there. Cool. Yeah, so people used to scratch the names on top, which is not allowed nowadays. So most of the baobab tree, they grow thick and tall. So this is probably thick then. Most of them, they grow thick and short. And this one is a little bit thick and tall because just competed to get sunlight with the rocks. So most of the baobab tree that we have on this side, they are tall like this. Yeah, when you look at it, it's like it's dead, but it's still alive. Yeah. And when we go further on, we see some of the rock, some of the baobab with fruit. Yeah, unfortunately, maybe because it's hard, the fruit to come down. There is more rock painting high up. There we have eland, giraffe, handprint. So handprints over there. They normally put handprint to show that this also was the signature. And there is another eland from the right with the baby. This panel is known as vendor post panel. Of course, we get the name from one of the Dutchmen who visited this area. After visited this area, because it's Mountain of the Gods, when he came in the way, he killed a warthog. So after killing a warthog, he climbed up there. When he was up there, he was attacked by the bees and his camera doesn't work. Then after that now, because he was guided by the other guide from the village, then he tell him that because you have been killed an animal and come up here, so let's go back, ask for forgiveness. Then they do so. He wrote a letter for apologize, then put it on a tomato sauce bottle. Then he buried on the foot of the mountain. So after buried it, because of the museum, they're after looking for the such thing, they have taken it to the National Museum in Gaborone. So after doing that story, after doing that apologize, everything was get fine. That's why we call it vendor post. And this was on 1958. So this gentleman is one of the international who put this to be known internationally. Yeah. And one more important is that this panel is one of the panel which is sell us as Tsodillo. Even in television, they introduce this panel. One more about this panel also, there is that island on the top. We have 20 pula Botswana note money. There is that island on 20 pula. Unfortunately, I don't have that 20 pula here so that I can show it to you. Cool. Formation. So there is an elephant here, but it's get faded. Also, the formation of the rock itself is like an elephant toes. When you look from this rock there, yeah.
And that was it for our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, goodbye.